Hello mates, this is going to be my part 3 video and it's based on direct and indirect speech. And today in this video I am going to teach you how to convert a direct speech into an indirect speech. So if you want to know, stay connected with me up to the last part of this video. But before gonna start, I want to say, if you like this video, give your like, subscribe my channel LaboneeYT and press the small bell icon button and share it to others. So without wasting any time, come with me just to look at this video. What is it exactly here? So now we shall talk about at first that how to convert a direct speech into an indirect speech. So in your phone screen you can see some examples here, around 7 examples I have noted down in my copy beforehand to explain all the rules to change a direct speech into an indirect speech. One by one I shall clear all your doubts how to make this conversion without any errors. So at first I have written one sentence. So you can see it here very clearly. And the sentence is here. She said to me, I love you very much. So you can read the sentence. She said to me, I love you very much. So here said, which is known as reporting verb. And this sentence, I love you very much, this is a reported speech, or sometimes we call it as a quoted speech as well. So now the main thing is how to change it into an indirect form. So I have already told you in my previous video, you have to look at your reported speech. What is its tense? So this sentence, this reported speech is written into the simple present form. I love you very much, which is a simple present form. And here you can see this reporting verb that is written with to, said to. Now the matter is how to change it into an indirect speech. How to change it? So let me show you how you will change. Use at first this subject, means this pronoun, she. Simply write it here, she. Then one thing you have to keep in your mind, if you see any sentence during your conversion from direct to indirect speech, like said to, then you have to write it as told instead of said to while you are changing it into an indirect speech. What I have said? You have to write told instead of this said to while you are changing it from direct to indirect speech. You have to change it into told. So simply write after she, told, then only me, then add one conjunction, that is that, and then you have to transfer this I into she, because I is indicating here she, the subject. She told me that she loved, because we have already talked about that if your reported speech is written in the simple present form, then you should transform this tense into simple past form. If it's written in the simple present form, then you should change it into the simple past form. So according to this rule, you have to write here, she told me that she loved me instead of you, because you is indicating that exact person about whom she is talking. She loved me instead of this you. Then simply write it as same as it is, very much. So what we have got here, she told me that she loved me very much. She told me that she loved me very much. So now it's okay, and we have changed it from direct to indirect speech with the proper tense, that is simple past tense, and we have omitted here said to, and instead of it we have written told, then me, then one conjunction, that is that, then she instead of I, then loved, which is past form of main verb love, then me instead of you, and then the same thing as it is here in this sentence, very much. She told me that she loved me very much, which is an example of indirect speech now. That is the main thing here. So in our next example, you can see here, Shima said, I am going to the store. Shima said, I am going to the store. So now how will you change it? simply write at first Shima. Then write said as it is, because said is not written here with 2, so simply you can write it here without making any changes. Simply write Shima said that she, because here I is indicating this person Shima, so you have to write she because Shima is a female word, so we must use she, not he. He indicates any male person. So Shima said that she was going to the store. So now you will ask that why we have written here past continuous tense, because already we have read that if your sentence in your reported speech, if it's written in the present continuous tense, then you must change it into the past continuous tense, and we have followed this rule as per this introduction, that Shima said that is a conjunction. She was going to the store because it was written in the present continuous tense, and as per this instruction we must use here past continuous tense in our paraphrase speech or in our indirect speech, that is she was going to the store. She indicates here Shima. Shima said that she was going to the store. That is the main thing. Alright. In our third example, you can see that we have written teacher asked, do you like pens? Teacher asked, do you like pens? So it's quite different kind of sentences. So now the main thing, how will you change this kind of sentence if it's written in a question mark pattern? So whenever you come across any question mark direct speech or question mark sentences, the main thing is that you have to write as same as it up to your reporting verb, that is asked. So what you can write, that teacher, then write here asked. But in that case, you shouldn't write any conjunction because it's an example of a question mark sentence. So you have to avoid to write any conjunction like that. So simply write here instead of that, the teacher asked. In this kind of question mark sentences, while you are changing a direct speech into an indirect speech, you must write here. I must tell you, you must write if instead of do. The teacher asked, you liked pens. But by mistake I have mentioned here and written also you. It's not you, it should be I, because you don't know whether the person is male or female, and it's not conspicuous throughout this sentence, and the teacher is indicating to a person who is not clearly mentioned whether the person is male or female. So you should use I here because this speech is being spoken by the person to whom the teacher is indicating exactly. So by mistake I have mentioned it, extremely sorry. So you should use here I instead of you. The teacher asked if I liked pens. So when you have changed your sentence into an indirect speech from direct speech, you shouldn't use any question marks. Simply you give full stop after the completion of your indirect speech. So what is the sentence here? The teacher asked if I liked pens. Okay, if you feel in confusion, you can let me know later on in the comment box below. Next is, in our next example, we can find out here, I have written I said, please subscribe my channel if you like, or if you're new here, you can subscribe my channel LaboneeYT. But the main thing is, it's completely a different kind of sentence, because here the subject or the person is trying to make a request to a person. So here I have mentioned please, which is quite new. Now you will think that how to use it please in our indirect, or how to change it from this direct speech. Simply write I, then said. Now you have to write to instead of any conjunction or this word please. Simply remove this please and that means which is a conjunction in your indirect speech. because this is the main thing you have to keep in your mind while you are changing this kind of sentence where a speaker is making a request towards another person. You have to remove please, and you shouldn't use that. Simply you write I said to subscribe my channel. So what I have written here, I said to subscribe my channel. That is the main thing. Whenever you will come across any sentence, which is written with please, simply remove please from your direct speech. In order to change it into an indirect speech, simply write I say to subscribe my channel. That is the main thing what I have told you here. Alright. So in our next example, I have written that the old man exclaimed, what a thrilling movie. So it's quite like an exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory means the person is trying to show his or her expression. It's one kind of joy or excitement after watching anything or person like that. So how to change this kind of exclamatory sentence into an indirect speech? Simple, you have to write here, the old man So after writing the old man, simple, it's very simple. So after writing the old man, simply you write here exclaim The old man exclaimed with joy that it was a thrilling movie. So simple. So what I have written here, the old man exclaimed with joy that it was a thrilling movie. Whenever you will come across an exclamatory sentence, you have to write in this way. This is the main pattern here. The old man exclaimed with joy that it was a thrilling movie. In our next example, we have written the guide suggested, let's rest here for a while. So it's one sort of imperative sentence because in this sentence someone is trying to give a suggestion or an order or trying to give a proposal towards another person. So now how to change this kind of imperative sentence from a direct speech to an indirect speech? Very simple, just follow my steps. Simply write here the guide suggested, or you can write here instead of suggested, that is proposed, that we, because here we can see that us is used with let. So simply we should use we instead of us. So the guide suggested, or you can write proposed instead of it as well, that we should, because the guide is ordering or suggesting something to follow, to maintain. So we should use here should. We should rest there, because in your indirect speech we should use there instead of here. I have already told you in my prior video. So we should rest here for a while. So the complete sentence is here, the guide suggested or proposed whatsoever, that we should rest there for a while. The guide suggested that we should rest there for a while. So that is the final sentence here after transforming it into an indirect speech from a direct one. So our next and the last example is, he said she had been weeping for an hour. Now some people will think that how to change this reported speech which is written in a past perfect continuous tense, because this sentence, this reported speech is written in the past perfect continuous tense. Now how to change it? So one thing you should keep in your mind, when you are changing any sentence from direct speech into an indirect speech, you should keep it as same as it is in your direct speech. If your sentence is written only in the past perfect continuous tense, it's an exceptional, because in other cases you have to change, but in this case you shouldn't change it. Just keep it as it is. So what you will write here, he said that she, as same as it is in your direct speech. Then you shouldn't change any tense, because I have already told you, if it's written in the past perfect continuous tense, then you should use the same thing in your indirect speech. So simply write here, had then been weeping for an hour. So the sentence is here, he said that she had been weeping for an hour. So the sentence in your indirect speech, it looks like something, he said that she had been weeping for an hour. So it looks like something like that here. So when you will change any sentence which is written already in the past perfect continuous tense, you shouldn't change the tense in your reported speech while you are changing it into an indirect speech. Simply keep it as it is in your direct speech. So the sentence will be something like that. He said that she had been weeping for an hour. So that is the main thing here, and I have told you that how to change any direct speech into an indirect speech one by one. Still, if you feel that you have any confusion in it, you can let me know in the comment box below. If you feel like it's more than enough for you, give your like, you can subscribe or press the bell icon button beside it and share it to others. So that's all for today. Tata, see you again, bye.